Hello, Harold Cates back again. I started a series last week on dealing with fear and anger and worrying. And today we're going to talk about anger, how to deal with anger. And in our first part series, I talked about fear, how everything around us is driving us to be afraid. You know, the news, everything out there is a way to scare us into doing what other people want us to do. And so, when people get scared, they'll do all kinds of things to not be afraid. So we talked about what do you do about that, and that's in my first video. So today we're going to talk about what happens when you get angry. And one of the things that, if you look at somebody that's angry, most of the time you can just look at them and say, okay, what has scared them? Because, when we get scared, we don't like being scared. So our next emotion is anger. We become angry. And, you see people driving around all the time that are angry, driving through red lights and do all kinds of things. And underneath all that is they're scared. They're being scared, and so they get angry, and so they act out. So today we're going to talk about how to deal with this anger. And, most of us have experienced, being sitting in a red light, and the light changes, and we start to go. And lo and behold, somebody runs a red light, and we have to slam on our brakes to keep from hitting them. And, right away we're angry. We're angry at that person. And, and most, really underneath that, we're scared that we might have been hit. So we don't like to be afraid, so we become angry. And many times, what we do? We give them the bird. We shoot them the bird. Well, that's your anger finger. If you can imagine, that's the anger finger. And this finger represents two organs in your body, the liver and the gallbladder. So when you balance this energy from this finger, which we're going to talk about, you balance your liver and your gallbladder. When you get angry, that's what's affected, your liver and your gallbladder. When you get angry, it takes 6 hours for your body to rebalance itself from being angry. That's how long it takes for your body to recover from it. Like somebody runs that red light and you get mad, 6 hours it takes for you to get your body back to a normal state. So let's talk about how you do that. Because this is Jin Shin Jitsu is what this is basically is. And on my last video I talked about your index finger is your fear finger. And that's the way you balance your fear, which is your kidney and your bladder. So you hold that and balance it. So today we're going to talk about when you get scared and then you get angry, how do we deal with that anger? How do we calm ourselves down? Because there's all kinds of things that happen that can cause you to be angry. I mean, when you go shopping, they are forcing you to use these automatic checkout things. And you're an employee of the store and you don't get a discount, and based on some of the recent information put out there, the checkouts are charging you more than what's on the thing when you go through the line. You actually are being charged more because we won't go there. It'll make me angry. So let's talk about what we do. We get angry, okay? So to calm the anger down, you hold your index finger, the finger that you use to give the bird. This is universally, all your fingers and everything is all connected. I mean, the fact that you give somebody the finger and it's anger, that's the way it works. It's the way, everything works. Everything means something. So what you do is you hold this finger, you take your finger, your middle finger, and wrap your other fingers around it. And hold it, not squeeze it, but hold it until you feel a release. You feel a aha. You feel that's a release in your body. And then what you've done is balanced your liver and your gallbladder. I know this probably seems strange to some of you, but I've been doing this 30 years. This is not something new, and the Jin Shin Jitsu practices are very, very powerful. So you hold this finger and you get your release. Then you hold your other middle finger. That's to balance both sides of your body, the right and left side of your body. So hold that until you feel a release. And as you do this, you can feel the difference. You can actually feel the difference. And the more you do it, the more you can understand it. So today it's about anger and dealing with anger, because we all get angry. I love it. Men are pretty much own their anger because it's usually out there. And many of my female friends go, "Oh, I don't get angry." I go, "I don't get angry." But we all have anger within us for different reasons. So to deny it is, it's just there, and so you learn to deal with it. So I'm Harold Cates. I'm a life coach. I work with people on dealing with fear, anger, worry, all kinds of emotions, and I help people release things from their body, actually get stuff out of your body so that you don't have to deal with old baggage. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've had a lot of experience and really enjoy working with people. So if you want to make a difference in your life, and you change the world by changing yourself. That's the way people say, "Well, I want to make a difference in the world." Well, there's only one person that you're in charge of, and that's you. So when you change you actually make a difference in the world. And you actually make a difference in your children, grandchildren. You change the people around you when you change yourself. So if you're interested in something like that, I would love to talk to you. You can go to my website. It's Cates, C-A-T-E-S, coaching.com. Take a look there, and it'll guide you back to me and offer a 30-minute session to see if we can work together, if it makes sense or not. So I look forward to talking to you if you'd like to do that. Otherwise, think about holding your finger, and you can do it while you're driving the car. If you have that red light situation or something else like that, somebody cuts you off, tailgates you, and that angers you, just hold your finger as you're holding the steering wheel, and you can actually balance that energy. Well, thank you for hearing me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.